Hello everyone. So it's been a little over 2 years since the very first time I learned Blender 3D, and I think it's gonna be the perfect time for me to share what I've learned so far and all the things that I wish I had known earlier. So here we go. The first one is the learning curve. When I started doing 3D design, it was very intimidating, especially Blender is quite a complex program. There are so many different functions, so many different buttons to do different things, and the interface is not so beginner friendly. So obviously there were many hurdles and many drawbacks during my learning process, and it was very intimidating at first because everything was confusing for me. Like, I didn't even know how to render, how to save a file, how to import an object. I had to learn it all from zero, from nothing. But luckily there are so many resources online that you can learn from. You can just open YouTube and browse for like 1 or 2 hours, and you're gonna learn so many things from there. So yeah, the learning curve is very steep at the beginning for me, but do not be intimidated, because after a few weeks or a few months, then you will finally get the hang of it and you will be good to go. You will be able to create lots of different things without even thinking twice. It will, come so naturally to you. And the second thing is that there are so many different aspects in 3D design. There's modeling, lighting, texturing, animation. There are so many different things, and the thing is that you really don't have to know all of it. I think for me, it's important to know how to do the basic from each aspects, but you don't have to dive in deep into the real thing, unless if you want to be a real professional in one field, then go ahead. I mean, if you really want to be a professional 3D modeler, let's say, then it's gonna be important for you to understand the real proper techniques to do that. But otherwise, if you just want to do 3D design for fun and so forth, but you don't have to dive in deep. And let's go to the third point, which is device. Some people think that if you want to learn 3D design, you have to have a very strong and powerful device to process all of the things that are going in there. The truth is that I started learning 3D, I started Blender when I was still using my potato PC, and you can do it too. My old PC didn't even have a GPU engine, so I was solely relying on CPU power. And if you can install Blender, then technically you can do whatever you want. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Don't wait to have the perfect device to start learning 3D, because you can just start it right here, right now, without even having the actual proper device. So yeah, don't let that intimidate you. And here comes the fourth point. There are actually so many different alternatives to conventional 3D programs. Like, we all know about Blender and Maya and Cinema 4D, but right now there are so many different alternatives that are easier to learn, that are not as heavy to load on your computer, and I think you guys should check it out. There are some great alternatives such as WOM and Spline. Just let me know in the comments if you guys have heard any of it, or if you guys know any other alternatives. And the last thing that I want to share with you guys is that don't think too much, just do it. No matter how bad it looks, just keep doing it. Do not quit. And if you want to share your work online, just share it. Just do it. Don't think too much. We all started somewhere, right? And it's gonna be ugly at first. My first render was ugly. But looking back, I'm very grateful for that, because without my first render, I wouldn't be where I am today. So yeah, just do it. Just keep progressing. Just keep trying. And Once you've progressed from that, after a while, you're gonna look back at how far you've come, and yeah, you'll be very proud of it. So I think that's all that I want to share with you guys. I hope it helps, and yeah, keep creating. See you on the next video. Bye.